Hey YouTube, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. Ologudag, Harvard Hardu, Oi to the Bang, Vasas Los Bonjamis Mi, Kedu, Bawani Konichiwa, Ni Hao Ni Ama, Sani Wanani, Jumbo Habaragani, Assalamu alaikum shalom. And hey, what's up to my brother out in Deutschland? Okay. Again, sisters, separate yourself and stop identifying with black women. Sisters, separate yourself, sanctify yourself, and stop identifying with black women. When you identify as a black woman, first, black is a color, all right? But I use it to describe this because black is the color of their hearts. When you use that term, black woman, to identify with sisterhood, then you're rejecting everything else in the community. That means the good man and the children. When your first thought is sisterhood, 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 then you're no good. Because this is what sisterhood is. Here's the thing, if there was a white 6'4", 6'7" dude in a hockey mask with a chainsaw or an axe, you would be at less risk of picking him up than multiple black women on the highway. I'm serious. I am less afraid of a white dude in a hockey mask with an axe. I ain't gonna pick him up either. I'm just saying I'm less afraid of him than I am to stop for any black woman I see on the road. I keep on speeding past. I'll be like, they have a cell phone. Why? I've never seen thankfulness or kindness shown from a black woman when I'm saying me personally, when I tried to help them. If I've tried to help them, then they want more. Understand this. And this is the situation. If you try to help a black woman and she says that you can help her in a little, then they'll try to take all you got. That's what happened here. A man helped four black women change a flat, and his kindness ended his life. Understand this, black men. A black man helped four 304s change a flat tire, and it ended his life. The story is he helped for strippers, some call them escorts. I'll call them 304s. Ralph Edward Cross, 55, helped four escorts change a flat tire, so they robbed and killed him. Period. In the story, but not for them. This come through me via Mechadon. So it goes like this. Four women from Memphis, Tennessee face charges of a murder in connection with a shooting death of Wilson City, Missouri man, according to acting sheriff Brandon Cade. All four women were charged with murder, first degree, armed criminal action, and unlawful use of a weapon. The suspects are 28-year-old Brittany Curry, 23-year-old Honisha Taylor, 19-year-old Janisha Simmons, and 23-year-old Latucia Dotson. All, as you can guess by their names, raised by a single black woman who raised them to not to even bite off the hand that feeds them or helps them. It is too much of a risk for a black man that don't know a woman to help them. We need to just start driving by. We don't lift up a finger to help black women we don't personally know. And that's period. And some of the ones you do know, you don't help. If a black woman has been nothing but mean, nasty, um, not cordial to you, you don't help her in anything. Let her thug come and help her. They got cell phones. Kate said Curry shot and killed Ralph Edward Cross, 55. His body was found inside his Wilson City home on Tuesday, August 1st. Cross died of gunshot wound to the back. Investigators learned that the women were in southeast Missouri after advertising escort services online. This is your black woman. This is the worth of the black woman. That's why I keep saying, sisters, separate and make yourself known so we know that we come for you and save you as we save ourselves. But black men, understand this. In the airplane, what do they tell you? Put your gas mask, put your oxygen mask on first. In the military, they tell you put your gas mask on first, then help others. Brothers, help ourselves first, and then we can help our sisters once we find them, once they make themselves known. And keep in mind that a sister will be for us hook, line, and sinker. We won't have to teach her how to respect us. She will already come knowing how to do that. If a woman don't respect you right off the jump, then that's not a sister. And that's one that you need to leave alone. And that's one that needs to get passed by. If she's stuck on the highway with a flat tire and nothing, we need to be taught. We need to get tired of this BS from these black women. Period. You want to be Mrs. I don't need no man, Mrs. Tough Woman? Fine. You could be it by yourself. Absent the good black man, the good brother, the Hebrew. We don't need you. We want sisters, but to build. We don't need a woman to build. It is advantageous to us to have one to help us maintain. We need one to create a legacy. But we don't need nothing that's destructive. All right. And this is black women that are just looking bad. All right. Investigators learned that the women were southeast of Missouri after advertising escort services online. Well, take a listen at this. More to the story. Witness told investigators that Cross was seen with four women Monday night, July 31st. They reportedly had a flat tire and Cross offered to help them. Investigators believe he brought them a new tire and invited them back to his home where they stayed until Cross' body was discovered on Tuesday morning. According to the court documents, Cross was last seen in his house around 6:30 to 6:45 a.m. on August 1st, the day he died. The witness said that when he left Cross' house, Cross was arguing with the three of the women while the fourth woman sat in a white chair parked in front of the house. Excuse me, a white car parked in front of the house. That the witness told investigators that as he was walking a little ways down the street, towards his own home, he heard a noise and saw the three women hurry out of the house and get into the car. So he was arguing with them because they were trying to rob him. He was arguing with him because they were trying to rob him. And did. They shot him in the back and robbed him. Hooray, this is your black woman. So you still want to identify as a black woman, you sisters? There's some of you I know that are sisters, and you have a hard time because you've been brainwashed so much to stick with black women that you forget that you should stick with your family. You stick with the man. The first person you cut for is not black women, especially when they ain't doing nothing to help you. So you don't cut for them. You cut for the man in your life that's helping you. But here you go. Here's your black woman. Go ahead, identify with this. The man said that the car stopped next to him on the street, and one of the women reportedly said Cross was tripping and do not go back down there. During the investigation, officer learned that one of these women had been in Cross personal car before he was killed. Crime scene investigators lifted fingerprints from that car that came back to Latasha Dawson. The witness confirmed that she was one of the women inside the house arguing with Cross shortly before he was shot and killed. So they was trying to rob him, and they went looking for stuff in his car. That's what you get for helping black women. It's a risk if you're a good black man. Cross said it appears that robbery was the motive in the crime. Multiple witnesses said they had seen the victim with large sums of money and that the money has not been recovered. Investigators noted that couch cushions were askew and pockets had been turned out of the pants, along with other signs that indicated that the home had been searched. So you still want to be identified with these. See, these are black women. These aren't sisters. Oh, and I don't want to hear that not all bull crap. This is black women in general. And if you come to defend this with that not all bull, I know that you stand for this. Because a real sister would recognize that something is wrong with this, agree that this is wrong, and not worry about it because she either got a man or she's a sister and she's looking to unite with a black man. And a real sister wants a black man to tell the truth about her trashiness, about when she's going wrong, when she's slipping up. A real sister wants a black man to recognize that she is not like these by her actions and not by her mouth. See, because when you open up your mouth and say, not all, we know it's you. Authorities said a 9mm shell casing was found at the scene of the crime. They said that the handgun has not been recovered. Family and friends of the women saw media coverage of the case, including the surveillance photos, and called the law enforcement. 7 agencies were able to work together and convince the women to come back to Missouri to be interviewed by police to give their side of the story. They turned themselves in at the Mississippi County Sheriff's Office on August 3rd. Court documents show that all 4 women admitted to being at Cross House on July 31st and August 1st, but none of them would admit to the murder or identify the role they played in it. 2 women from Memphis were interviewed by a captain with Mississippi County Sheriff's Department about the homicide. Both witnesses told investigators during the separate interviews that Brittany Curry shot and killed Cross inside his home. The women also said that they knew Pornisha Taylor witnessed it. Curry, Taylor, Simmons, and Dotson are all being held in separate facilities without bond. This is the average black woman. And why do I say average? Because he stopped to pick up black women or help out 4 black women in a car, and it cost him his life. Why? Because 4 for 4, they thought nothing of a man that would help him, in that they was going to steal his stuff and murder him, a man that tried to help him. This is the mentality of the black woman. They are evil to the ones that try to help them the most. And it cost this man his life. Now, it ain't so much a wake up call for me, because I already know what time it is. But I'm just letting y'all know this is why I don't help black women anymore. You sisters, I'll cut for you sisters. All right? I won't let nobody speak bad of you sisters. I think some of you sisters found out on my live show this afternoon. But I ain't helping no black women. They're toast as far as I'm concerned. Stick a fork in them, they're done. I feel for them, but I just can't reach them. Oh, that's because I ain't even trying to reach them. This man lost his life because he tried to help something like this. Hey, my Spice brother sent me this. All right. And just out of curiosity, I have one question to ask of women like this.
He do this? There are reports that Dylan, while shooting people, said, "You're raping our women. There's too many of you. You've got to go." Yet he killed 6 black women, and I'm scratching my head trying to figure out where are the news reports of black women raping white women.
I mean, the weakness that I see from this whole experience of black men has really, like, when I said it changed my attitude, it wasn't just about the whole protection thing. Honestly, and this is me making a confession here right now, I honestly, I was hoping black men weren't as awful as what we saw. I really did. I really did hope that. And the fact of the matter is that I was wrong. They are that awful, and they are that disgusting.
This is a woman that admittedly hates black men so much that she put out and made money and the life of telling black women that they need to leave black men alone. When the white man came out and said, "We don't like you, all right, you're disgusting to us," and attacked her, she came to the black men for help. And the black man said, "Forget you." Why? Because she was married to a white man. All right. And when she's married to the white man, professing that black women should get white men, then it's the white men's job to protect that black woman from the onslaught she received. But when she started crying to black men for her protection, she was way off base. But I said all that to say this. Have y'all heard any comments from her about the transgender women, like a man like Laverne Cox taking the black women's job because you can't tell the difference between him in makeup and a black woman in makeup? How about Bobby Valentino getting some passes from some men because we couldn't tell the difference, not in makeup, not in a photo, between that transgender and Keisha Cole? or Vivica A. Fox. You couldn't tell the difference. As a matter of fact, he looked like or better than the both of them, but they had makeup caked all over their face. Oh, no comment. Crickets. Oh, what about the story I just did just now? You know, what the black men didn't do was come out and try to protect you from alienating us, because you alienated the black men, professed that black women need to get white men, lifted up the white men as gods, and then asked the black men for protection when the black men came against that desire that you wanted them to protect you. But you won't get it until you repent. Because I ain't hear you say a thing about none of these stories I just mentioned. You don't have nothing to say about these women, huh? That's all I'm wondering. Do a story about the topics that that's concerning the black men, and maybe you might gain some favor. But I doubt that you'll do that. Why? At the end of the day, you did what you did, you made what you made, and you can't understand. And just like many, that repent is not in your vocabulary or in your deeds to do of the day. Oh, and you have a lot to repent for to the black man. So none of us should help you at all. And guess what? We really don't care what you think, because it don't look like things are going too hot for you. But we saw that coming. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. And click that bell on next to the subscribe. With that said, I'm out.